You fat lord. Come get some dinner. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Judah and Jesse. So last week we talked about some tools that you could use for prayer, because sometimes prayer can be confusing. So this week we're going to be talking about prayer again, and somewhat of the benefits. Again, and some of the benefits, and you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah. We're also going to play MadLib Madness today. If you've never played MadLibs before, here's how it works. So you have a list of incomplete sentences, and then we have to fill them in with nouns, adjectives, adverbs, and all other kind of stuff. Okay. And what's going to be fun is, so I'm going to ask Judah for those adjectives, and then I'm going to read back this funny, hopefully funny story.
Hopefully funny.
And he's going to have water in his mouth, and he can't laugh, otherwise he'll spew water everywhere.
Yep.
Let's do it.
And I wore a white shirt, so it's going to be weird. All right, first one.
Name.
Oh, no, don't put the water in now.
Don't put your water. We have to fill it out first.
Steve Urkel.
Unrealistic profession.
A magician. Is that unrealistic?
Country.
Ukraine.
Another name.
Bill.
Adjective.
What's an adjective?
It describes.
A noun, right?
It describes something.
A noun.
It describes a noun,
yeah.
Usually, yes. I think almost always.
Flexible.
Adverb.
It describes a verb.
Usually ends in ly.
Ooh.
Little English factoid. My wife's a teacher. Thank you very much.
Religiously.
Ooh.
That's a good one. Churchy. Churchy.
Another name.
John David. Good night, John David.
Animal.
A Tygon. A Tygon.
A real animal.
A liger. A liger's a real animal. Liger. Lion and a tiger. Liger. Napoleon Dynamite.
Former action star.
Paul Walker.
I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Then I look back. Okay, but for real though, R.I.P. Paul Walker.
Paul Walker.
Done.
All right.
All right. Speaking of prayer, what do you feel like for you personally, what's a benefit of prayer?
A benefit of prayer?
This is not part of the MadLib.
And one benefit of prayer. When I pray, I'm almost like going to God because, one, I feel like I can't really go to anyone else, and two, I know that he's really going to help me. Have you had a friend that you could just go to, and when you had a really bad day, you were struggling, and everyone was just frustrating you, and if only they would listen to you, things would go well, and just whatever. That day is frustrating you, you're mad, you're angry, your parents did something that annoyed you, and you have that friend that you can go to. It's really nice to have that friend. But sometimes you can't go to people. Sometimes people don't understand you. Sometimes people haven't been through what you've been through. So it's like, who do you go to? I go to God. And you can go to God too.
All right. Time to read the MadLib. Judah, put the water in your face. All right. Please don't spit that at me. All right. This is called Generic Comic Superhero Movie. Meet our hero, Steve Urkel, a super intelligent professional magician. A run-in with the Ukraine military led him to create his alter ego, Bill. An Azul flexible giant capable of great destruction. He religiously battles the military with his girlfriend, Steve McCleary. You okay?
Oh, sorry, I swallowed it.
Eventually, it is discovered that our hero's longtime colleague, John David, distinguished by his pores, is trying to turn ligers into weapons, leading to a climactic battle in downtown Indianapolis with an evil version of the same giant alter ego called Jerry Longevin. It's like you peed your pants.
Jerry Longevin. Okay, do I have to put water back in my mouth?
Oh, keep going.
Dang it. Jerry Longevin.
Eventually, the enemy is subdued by rubbing him with a TV. In the final reel, Paul Walker appears to propose joining him in toe fungus. The end.
All right. Give me an adjective.
Slippery.
Room. Like a living room or TV room.
Bathroom.
Plural noun.
Penguins.
Noun.
Supreme Court Justice.
Another noun.
Fish market.
Noun.
China.
Noun.
Yellow spotted lizard.
Yellow spotted lizard.
Shout out to Shia LaBeouf and the movie Holes.
Something alive.
Venus flytrap.
Person in room.
Judah.
Another person in room.
Me.
Jesse!
Before I put water in my face, I want to talk about kind of like one of the like stereotypes maybe of praying. I think sometimes when we pray, like we only pray when we need something. We almost treat God like maybe a genie in a bottle where it's like, hey God, I want this, or hey God, I need this, or hey, my mom's sick, can you make it better? Hey, I really want $1 million. Hey, can you help me get an A on this test? Can you help me play good at my game? Like, and that might be like sometimes the only time we pray.
Yeah.
And I think we're missing out on so much when we do that. Like you were talking about earlier, like God is always somebody we can go to when we need to just get stuff off of our chest and we need someone to talk to. And so I want to talk about what it practically looks like to pray. Like we talked last week about maybe how to structure a prayer, you know? But I think it helps to know practically kind of like what it means to pray. Like, is it like you have to get on your knees and fold your hands like this and close your eyes? Like, maybe, sometimes. But I think prayer is more than that. Like, praying can be talking out loud. Like one thing I do, I talk out loud sometimes when I pray because I'm too ADD to pay attention if I'm just thinking in my head.
Amen.
And I get lost.
Amen, brother.
So it actually helps me to focus if I talk out loud.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's weird. Like if I started to pray and talk out loud right now, it'd be kind of weird. So you can also just pray inside your head. I know some of you maybe like keep like a diary or a journal or something.
Yeah.
You can have a prayer journal.
Yeah.
That's something that I've done before where you actually write your prayers down. So it's almost like writing a letter to God, and that feels less awkward sometimes.
Yeah.
Also, another way that really is praying, but we don't think about it, is when we sing worship music. You know?
Yeah.
When we sing songs that are especially directed at God, that's actually prayer too.
Yeah.
That's a very easy way to pray. Just sing along with a song, you know?
All right, Jesse. All right. This story is called Selecting a Tree. Now I'm going to say it like a Russian guy. No Christmas season can be really fuzzy unless you have an slippery tree in your bathroom. If you live in a city, you will see many vacant penguins filled with hundreds of ping pong balls for sale. If you live in the country, you can get your own Supreme Court justice right out of the forest. Go out with a Donald Trump and a fish market, and when you see a warm tree you like, you can dig it up and plant it in China. That was funny. Okay. Then you can see it, then you can use it for 3,786 years. Make sure your tree is fresh, shake the branches, and see if the chickpeas fall into the yellow spotted lizard. And make sure the tree is very midnight blue. Nothing looks worse than a indigo tree. Just follow these directions and you can have a perfectly beautiful Venus flytrap in front of your room for weeks. Remember, poems and MadLibs are made by the fools like Judah and Jesse. Wait, what? Remember, poems and MadLibs are made by fools like Judah, but only Jesse can make a tree. That didn't make any sense. Thanks, MadLib.
Alright guys, so remember, prayer is a benefit to your life.
Ask your small group leader how they pray. And guys, thank you for watching episode 14, and we'll see you next week.